I'm single because I'm a nice guy. I treat them like princess, and they run to the first band boy they see to be treated like a bus down. I don't understand it. I honestly don't know if this is just some cringy copy pasta or they all got a collective hive mind that's stupid. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back to r/niceguys, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up some wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Okily dokily, let's go. Hey, blank face. What? Yeah, no, that's just the absolute perfect opener right then and there. Well, I didn't want to call you darling or babe and make you cringe. I wasn't expecting a reply at all, to be honest. Nobody ever replies to me on here, but I will cherish your question mark. It's the closest I've come to a conversation with a beautiful girl in a very long time. You know what? I'm a decent man. I don't need matches on some blank dating site for vain idiots who don't know what they actually want to feel good about myself. It's yours and everyone else's loss. Stop basing everything on looks. Try actually talking. Yeah, if this is your talking skills, why did you even try? It's not your house, it's the bank's. It's what I do for a living, why I make 7K a day. Congrats. Thanks, I was homeless 7 years ago too. Nice comeback. I did it with my brain, and no money up front, only credit, no one special. But you're 36 years old and entitled. Women peak at 21 and men peak at 31. It's a huge turnoff to someone who is very intelligent for your big head talk of knowing it all. Look up Grant Cardone, Robert, and etc. on YouTube. Get yourself educated, financially educated. You know, for somebody saying that they're all big brain and all, you certainly got a lot of stupid coming out of that mouth hole of yours. I'm fairly certain you're that type of dude that would walk up to a bar and thinks that it's a perfect icebreaker and pickup line to open up your bank app on your phone. My M31 GF F22 and I have been together for a few years, and we haven't had any major fights until this. Background: girlfriend shares an apartment with 2 roommates and a cat. Both roommates typically drive back to their parents' homes for the weekend since it's only an hour or 2 away from their school. Girlfriend comes from out of state, so she doesn't go home as often. Most weekends I stay over at the girlfriend's. I have been over there a million times, and even cat sit when everyone went home for Thanksgiving break. Because I am over there so often and have proved to be responsible, respectful, and clean, I made a copy of the keys to keep just in case. Cut to a few days ago. I wanted to surprise the girlfriend with a big expensive bouquet of flowers, a bunch of her favorite snacks, and other things because she was so stressed about finals. I ordered the flowers to be delivered at her apartment today, forgot that someone had to be inside to receive the flowers, so they just left it at her door to be trampled on or stolen by somebody. I quickly drove over and set up the surprise in her room while they were all on campus doing finals. Girlfriend calls me hours later, freaking out, asking how I got into her apartment. I told her blank let me in, but she said BS because both roommates already finished finals and went home earlier in the week. She told me to get out, and we argued for a bit before I grabbed the gifts and left. I spent so much money on that dumb bouquet, and she didn't even acknowledge it. All I wanted to do was surprise my girlfriend, but she blew this all out of proportions. I am not a creep. I've never entered their apartment unannounced, and I've always been respectful. This was the first time I ever used the key, and she is acting like I broke down their door to get in and messed with their stuff. She is going home for winter break tomorrow morning, which means I won't get to see her until mid-January. I had a whole special night planned, but she ruined it by being dramatic. One of her roommates texted me earlier calling me an AH and POS. But I think everyone is making this a bigger deal than it is. Am I the antagonist? Yes, very much so. If they gave you permission to copy their keys so that you'd be able to do something, then that might be one thing, but you did it without them knowing, which honestly is sketchy as can be. Plus, on top of that, even if they did give you permission to have a copy of their key, that doesn't mean you can just enter willy-nilly. You might want to have actually talked to her about this beforehand, and you could have just said basically, hey, I got something that I want to do for you because finals are finally ending, and this would be something I figured you would like. At least giving her some kind of an idea of, hey, there's probably going to be something there for you that's a nice surprise. Not the whole do it without them knowing. That could have very much gotten you a bit of a better reaction, and still, you saying that they blew it out of proportion? No. If somebody entered my place and left something and I had no idea it was going on in any way, shape, or form, I would be freaked out too. And it doesn't matter if it's something nice or not, just somebody you didn't expect to have access to your house, that's the bad part. Plus, way to go, taking leaps and bounds to not take responsibility for you doing that extremely sketchy thing. Am I the antagonist for making people at the table uncomfortable? So, I'm 20M, is a single dude living with my parents still. I have a job and everything, and I plan to move out soon. My brother, 25M, has obviously already moved out and has his own place. He has had several girlfriends over the past 6 years since he moved on. Plenty of times I thought if he found the one, but didn't. But recently I found out he's really in love with his new girlfriend, Blank. As you couldn't already tell from her name, Blank is of Japanese descent. I was really curious to see what she looked like, as I have a personal preference for Asian women. It's nothing creepy, I just like how they look. My brother said to just meet her in person and said that I'd really like her. My brother came over to introduce Blank to me and my parents, and man, Blank was absolutely beautiful. Long hair and nice skin, my brother absolutely scored. I was friendly to her right away. My dad cooked us a feast as a way to get together and also know Blank better. Blank shared a lot about herself. She shared about her childhood and how she was bullied for being Asian, and as a result felt insecure about her looks. My mother talked about how she was a beautiful and kind young woman, and they're glad we met her. I immediately agreed and went on a bit of a tangent. I talked about how it's ridiculous anyone could bully you because you're so beautiful. Asian girls are one of the most beautiful women in the world, with their skin, eyes, how they are definitely the cutest type of women out there. I pointed out I liked how short they were, and how I love how most of them never have to worry about weight to maintain their appearance. My brother kinda gave me a glare, and Blank got up to excuse herself and said she needed to go to the bathroom. My brother went after her. My mom and dad said I went completely overboard and most likely made her uncomfortable. My brother came back saying that they're leaving and they're headed off. The next day, I got a text from my brother about how uncomfortable I had made her, and how it seemed like I was fantasizing her. I found this ridiculous because I was just praising her and finding her beautiful. He proceeded to call me a creep and said I was objectifying her, and I owed her an apology. But I've literally been nothing but nice. I told my friends and they agreed with me that Blank reacted too sensitively. But my parents agree with my brother, and I should have apologized. Am I the antagonist? I feel like a bit yeah, because it seems like that tangent mainly include you focusing on the fact that she was Asian and nothing really else about her. Let me know down below what you think about this whole story. Plus, also, would you like to see some AITH on the channel in the near future? Because it's a subreddit that I've been considering doing. I'm not 100% certain on it myself. Nowadays, you gotta make them pregnant to stay with you. Otherwise, they treat you like this pick. What the frick is happening in their minds? Always goes like this though. When I turn serious with a girl, she acting like this. And when I don't, they do come with me. What the frick is happening to this world? If you keep serious with them, they go off with another guy for sure. And it's a whole response to this meme template, which I know everybody has been seeing for a while now. And I gotta admit, I've actually seen some really funny stuff come out of this
this meme template, but then again, you also have stuff on the other end where it's just kind of cringy stuff like this. Result, your IQ is 121. Your IQ is in the top 8.08%. In a room of 1,000 people, you would be smarter than 919 of them.
It is a failure of the female gender that they select the fathers of the next generation based on superficial nonsense and ignore important traits like the one shown below. We as a species are getting stupider and stupider because girls see being on your high school football team as a more genetically viable trait than IQ or kindness.
Also, that whole last bit of you being smarter than the majority of whatever a room is filled with, that can only be a good thing and a bad thing depending on who fills the room. Like, if you're smarter than the majority of the college graduates who got straight A's that the room is filled with, then yeah, that might be a good thing. But if the room is filled with 1,000 dum-dums and you're smarter than the average dum-dum, that's still not really saying much for you. And if you're taking that IQ number and making it a personality trait, I am fairly certain I know which one of those groups you're in.
F relationships, nice guys always finish last. I'm done with relationships. I'll just stay single for the rest of my life since y'all females like to get our guys' hopes up and then friend zone us.
And what exactly in your mind thought venting like this on Snapchat with a middle finger posted and for some reason a purple background made you think that this was a good idea and was going to change your situation for the better? In all seriousness, dude, nobody's life changed for the better because they got pissy.
Haha, maybe you both dated the same guy. Are you single now? I'm blank and I'm single and would love to get to know you. There's never an awkward silence or a lack of things to talk about with me. How's your Thanksgiving going? Did I say something wrong? So, what are you looking for then?
Not looking to hook up or date on here. No flirtiness, thank you. Just blank posts, funny interactions, and letting off steam anonymously. Yeah, this is Whisper, not Tinder. Why do people think you can use Whisper as a dating service?
What the blank are you talking about, B? Seriously? I asked how your Thanksgiving was going, you ungrateful C.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you weren't just planning on asking him how their Thanksgiving was. Your intentions are easier to spot than a billboard for Cracker Barrel.
Blanking W, the point of this app is to make friends and find people to date, so go to heck.
I'm still fairly certain this is Whisper, and still in that sense that Whisper is not a dating app. But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.